Hey, this your girl Shay. Welcome to Bare Essentials Podcast. Today, I'm gonna give you a snippet of part two of the whole court thing and all that stuff. A little bit. Um, I think I'm gonna have to do a part three because it's not quite over. Um, for the most part, I think the actual proceedings is over. I'm hoping, keep your finger crossed. At least that's what it kind of sounded like by the end of it or whatever. I can honestly say that it was gut wrenching. I think I was like just about physically sick the whole day. I went ahead and went to work just to kind of keep myself in order because I really didn't. I didn't know what I was capable of, and I didn't know like how the thing was gonna come out. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was completely blindsided with a lot of this, so I had lack of information, so it was a lot going on with it. But excuse me, I just cooked and ate, so yeah. But that day, like I was extremely sick. My nerves were shot. Like I said, it had been an emotional roller coaster, physically, mentally, all the things. I didn't know really what was going on, but we can't. I'm gonna suck it up and be. Uh, I don't know with this situation, but whatever. I'm just hoping that we can get to a point. But I do want to say, like, he is the father. I already knew. I really was having a tough time, like coming to realization about it because it had been so much going on. So I was in denial. I accept that, own it. Yes, I was. Now, with another thing about it, it was extremely. I was mentally exhausted before I even got in there. I think mentally exhausted. I watch a lot of court TV and all the things, and I really didn't know what to expect, but turned out to be a little better than I thought. I wasn't prepared as much, but I was prepared. I knew not to come in there with nothing. I didn't have a lawyer or nothing like that, so like I said, I had lack of information. I do not recommend in any situation that you do what I did, but if you smart, you can kind of get through it a little bit if you're a little organized. But I don't recommend it. Don't do it. It's not the best thing in the world. It's probably the craziest thing I ever had to do in a situ or yeah, this situation crazy all the way around. But at one point during the whole thing, I thought I was gonna throw up. I'm really glad I didn't. I kind of, well, yeah, but I really thought I was gonna throw up. I'm glad that didn't happen, but I'm happy because in a situation like that, like, and not knowing, and I went in there and I kind of stood on my own 2 feet, like I wasn't by myself because it was private or whatever. But I was in there by myself, like it was crazy, but I stood on my own 2 feet. I didn't know I was capable of such a thing like that. Look, I'm from Project Chicago, Robert Taylor Buildings, 43rd and State. I went to McCorkle, Avalon Park, Coleman. Shout out to all my people out there. Like, yeah, we don't do this. This is not my thing. Like, I never want to be nowhere near nothing like this or any type of courtroom or nothing like that. Like, and and I was raised by uncles, cousins, aunts, all the things. Like, I literally had a village in my upbringing, so I got to see all sides of everything. Like, I learned the streets from my uncles. smarts from other family members, but I observed. I'm very observant. I'm very smart. I asked all the questions. I did a lot of research, and I still was not prepared. Like, really. But I got to stand on my own, and it felt great. It felt empowering. Um, I've stood for myself before, but not in a sense like this. So it was, look, all I can say, I can walk around my head up high and know that I didn't go in there representing myself. I came in there representing my family and my kids, and I show that within every day of my life. Like, this is how I stand. This is how I am. This is how I present myself. Even though I am from the streets, look, she is dormanted. That one is dormanted. I like to stay cool, calm, collective. I like to stay positive, and I like to stay to myself. I do. But hey, people got it. I'm getting it out. Anyway, I was proud of the composure I held. I am extremely proud of myself. I was proud of my composure. Um, it was just something, a lot of things I didn't think that I would be able to do in this situation or circumstances at all, because um, like, I really have to check myself, especially when it comes to stuff like this, and it comes to children and things like that. Like, I got to do a lot of soul searching. Like I said, therapy. I've been doing therapy as well, to try to get me to manage my emotional state a lot better, because look, my girl needs to stay in the back burner. She got to stay back down. She can't. I need her to stay on vacation. She been on vacation for over 10 years. She gonna be there. Although I'm not quite sure what the actual outcome may or may not be, or whatever. I'm like I said, I'm happy I represent my family, and I didn't let my character or anything. I just did. I stayed like who I am. You know what I mean? I didn't let this bring me out of that. And for many years, it's been like that. I can't let continue to let stuff shape me. And it ain't been, but this one was a hard one, a hard pill, hard everything about it, because you really never think you'll be in certain crazy situations like that until it is all over. I'll be sure to keep updating you guys on that thing, on that part of it. Like I said, hopefully it comes out positive and cool. I want to be cool. I don't care about nothing else. So, thank you for listening on that part. Tune in next time. Subscribe, comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you don't have any thoughts, but you've been in a situation like this or whatever, you could hearts, all the things. I'll take all the things. You don't have to speak on it, but I'll speak for you. Thank you. Love you guys. Peace.